a useful lesson because we're going to use the conditional tense, which can be a little tricky sometimes. So tell me this, how would you ask for permission in Spanish?
I think it's depend on every country, but in Venezuela, when we need to ask for permission, we said like permiso, or me das permiso, or puedo, or disculpe.
Right. Kathy's here, yay.
Hi.
Hello, hello, Shalom. Shalom is her son.
I'm back, but I'm still sick.
Oh, Kathy. Kathy's been sick. Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I can say a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're home. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Shalom, are you glad your mom's home? Are you glad that your mom is home?
I'm tired.
Oh, you're tired too?
Yes. For what? De moi? De me voir à la maison. Oh, elle a dit, tu es content de me voir à la maison, toi tu dis, you tired. See, he didn't understand the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so
Hi,
Kathy.
everybody.
Yeah, hello to Kathy. We are talking about asking for permission politely. So in a very nice way, we're going to be asking for permission. So in Spanish, there are ways to do that, and usually it's a form of the verb can, like poder, puedo, pueda. How can you give us an example of how you would ask for permission in French?
In French,
Yeah.
s'il vous plaît, je peux avoir de l'eau.
Good. Did I hear please? S'il vous plaît?
Yeah.
Is that please? Good.
Can I have some water? Yeah.
Very good. Perfect. That's exactly what our lesson is going to be about today. So let's get started. Pull over my screen here. Okay. So there are many ways that we ask for permission. We can use the present tense. We can use the conditional tense. For example, someone might say, would you mind closing the window? No, not at all. Can I use your pen? Sure. So here we have this word would, which is a mystery to people who don't speak English. This is a very interesting tense that we use, and it's technically the conditional tense, a little bit like the future, okay? Because you're asking for something that hasn't happened yet, but could happen. So it's about potential and it's about intention with asking for permission or making a request. So let's take a look at this conversation. This is the word would, and yes, it has an L in it. It's spelled W-O-U-L-D, but it is pronounced wood, kind of like madera.
Okay. But what is the difference between wood and wood? The pronunciation we're talking about.
So wood, W-O-O-D, I know in Spanish is madera. And would is like the conditional tense of to be.
I know, but how can I see the difference between these two words in English, the pronunciation?
So would actually sounds like wood. So they sound,
wood, okay.
The same pronunciation, okay.
Wood.
So yes, there's an L, there's a U, but we do not hear those. It just sounds like would.
Wood, okay.
Similar to should, and soon we're going to talk about the verb could as well, which has a similar spelling. Okay, so let's practice this conversation. let's see. Zobeda, will you be the manager? And Kathy, will you be Gustavo?
Okay.
So Kathy, you will read Gustavo, okay? But
Okay.
first, the manager.
Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. Hi, Gustavo. Would you please put the cereal boxes on the shelf?
No problem.
Will you put this sign next to them? They are two for $1.
Of course. Can I take my lunch break after I'm done? Mhm.
Sure. But before that, would you mind turning off the air conditioner? It's cold in here.
No, not that's all.
Good job.
No, at all. Okay.
Very good. Excellent.
I'm busy.
So these words here, would, will, and can, are versions of the verbs that we can use to ask for permission for something that has not happened yet, but has potential to happen.
Okay, well, let me ask you something. Maybe it's a silly question, but in this case, because normally when you say no problem, it's like a no hay problema. But in this case, no problem does mean like a okay.
Right. Yes. So it is a way of saying yes.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. No problem. Of course. Por supuesto. Claro.
Okay.
No, that's a good question. Okay, so the manager is asking Gustavo to do some things. Scarlett, what's one thing that the manager asked Gustavo to do?
To put the cereal boxes on the shelf.
Zobeda, what's another thing that he asked Gustavo?
Put a sign next to the boxes.
Good. And Kathy, what was the last question that the manager asked Gustavo?
Would you mind turning off the air conditioning?
Good.
Conditioning?
Perfect. Very good. So he asked these three things. He did not command, or she, the manager did not command. It wasn't command forms or imperative forms like we talked about before. This is a polite request. So we're using the conditional and the future tense and the verb the verb can, which is about ability. What does Gustavo want to do after he's done, Scarlett?
Take a lunch.
Yeah. Then he asks politely if he could take his lunch. Good job. So let's take a look at the vocabulary and the sequence, the grammar sequence for making polite requests. This is when you're asking for something. So we can use will, would, can, and could. They all sort of mean the same thing when you are asking for a request. So you're making a request. Will is the future. Would is the conditional tense, which means there's potential, but it has not happened yet. Can is the present tense of to be able to, about ability. And could is the conditional form of can. So it's about ability in the future. So any of these are okay when you are making a polite request.
Okay.
And some of the answers you might say that are positive might be sure, of course, no problem. Those are polite ways to respond. For example, would you mind closing the door? No, of course not. Or no, not at all. I don't mind. So let's look at this sequence here. Would you mind? Do you know this expression in English, or do you have something similar in Spanish or French? Would you mind?
In Spanish, it's like a te importaría.
One more time.
Te importaría.
Te importaría. So would it be important to you? Okay, okay.
Like,
Ah.
¿te importaría cerrar la puerta? O sea,
Okay. Yes, that's very similar. And mind in this case, no es de mente, pero it's like about the feeling of being bothered. So if I mind about something, I care about it, it's important to me.
Je vais mettre vraiment
Right.
le volume. Quelqu'un m'a appelé,
And
maintenant ça a diminué le volume.
I might be bothered with it. Como molestar, right? So would you mind closing the door? And we'll see here that when we use the expression, would you mind, we're going to have a gerund here with the verb. Okay. So would you mind will always have a verb with ing after it. Would you mind closing the door? Would you mind turning up your volume? Would you mind passing me the salt? Things like this. So it will always have ing. And if you cannot say yes to a request, this says to say sorry. I don't know if I like that advice. No hay razón de sentirlo, no sé cómo decir, but there's no reason to be sorry. No is okay, right? Everyone is okay to say no. There's nothing to be sorry for, but that is one way to respond politely. Sorry, no, I cannot.
it's like a lo siento. Lo
Mhm.
siento.
Mhm.
It's the same, but I think it depends the situation.
Right, right. If you are sorry, if you feel that, I think it's important to say it. I know a lot of women say sorry all the time, and we don't have anything to say sorry for. It's interesting. Anyway, it's very polite still. All right. So that's making a request, asking someone for something in return. Asking for permission is a little bit different. So you are asking for permission. We're going to use mostly can and could. May is very formal. May I please have your attention? Okay. May I take my lunch break now? That's very formal. Most people do not speak that way. But parents often teach their children to be very polite. May I please go to the bathroom? May I please have a cookie? It's very polite. But can and could are more common and more used. Okay. So the answer, the positive answer to a request for permission, can I take my lunch break now? Yes, you can, or no, you may not. Those are polite ways to respond. Could I take my lunch break now? Yes. So may is formal. Yes, you can. No, you cannot, or no, you may not. And there's no short form for may not, just like no, you can't, or no, you may not. There's no short form for may not. I was going to tell you one more thing. I'll remember it just a second. Okay. So although these are different tenses, they are used for the same purpose. Okay. So let's take a look at our practices. Oh, we get to decide which is a request and what is for permission. So for example, would you mind opening the window? Is that a request or permission to do something?
Pues,
Yeah, you're asking something to do, or someone else to do something for you. That would be a request. Good. Let's see. May I speak to you for a minute? Request or permission?
request.
Request. Do we need the other person's permission to speak with them?
So it's
Mhm.
permission.
I think so.
Permission. Yeah.
I mean, they're both requests, but specifically asking the person for permission to
Mhm.
continue talking. I think that's a request for permission. Good.
Okay.
Could you send Clara an email?
Request.
Request.
Yeah. Yeah. They want somebody to do something else. Good.
Mhm.
Can you please come in early tomorrow?
Request.
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 I think request, Kathy.
Yeah.
Good. Can I use your laptop?
Request.
Permission.
Permission.
Ah, yes, permission, yes.
Permission.
Yes, you are asking that person to use something, yes.
Yeah, so we need their permission to do that ahead of time. Will you take this letter to Nasser for me?
Request.
Yeah, request. There's action, right?
Okay.
Very good. And the permission, we need that extra step. We need a yes or no before the action takes place. Okay. Now we will complete the requests using these combination of verbs. And we need to decide, is this a request? Is this for permission? Which verbs would make the most sense? So we've never had one with two at the same time. This could be fun. Number one, blank you blank driving me to work. Could you help me drive? Could you help driving me to work? Can you take driving me to work? Will you pick up driving me to work? Can you see driving me to work? Would you mind driving me to work? Could you change driving me to work?
I think it's good mind. Would you mind?
Yeah. And here's a little clue. Remember the ing verb after the expression, would you mind?
Mhm.
Very good. Would you mind driving me to work? That's a very polite way to ask for help. All right, number two. Blank I blank your ID, please.
Can I
Let's
see?
Mhm.
Ah, good. Can I see your ID, please? Good. I love it when they ask me that at the grocery store when I'm buying wine. Yes, you can see my ID. Absolutely. I might be 21. I don't know. Thank you. Okay.
No, Claire, just let you know I'm here, okay?
Hello, Susie. Are you driving?
Yes,
Okay. I won't call on you, but thank you for letting me know that you're here.
I'm here really the whole time. I was here the Spanish conversation too.
Well, I'm sure you understood everything. I was like, oh, so fast.
Well, you know what? I love the accent they have. It's a different country, it's different
right.
accent. I love it.
That is so cool. That is so cool. Okay. Number three, blank you blank Dan from school at 4.
Will you pick up them from school at 4?
Perfect. Good. All right. Blank we blank the time of the meeting.
We change.
Could change.
Good. Kathy, you think, does that sound good? Could we change the time of the meeting?
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. Let's see. Blank you blank me fill out this form.
Could help.
Yes.
Good. Could you help me fill out this form? And last, blank, I have blank pictures in the museum.
Can I
Can
take?
Pictures in the museum.
Good. Very good. Can I take pictures in the museum? Let's practice saying these out loud. Scarlett, would you read number 1?
Okay. Would you mind driving me to work?
Good. Zobeda, number 2.
Can I see your ID, please?
Kathy, number 3.
Will you pick up Dan from school at 4?
Scarlett, number 4.
Okay. Could we change the time of the meeting?
Zobeda.
Could you help me fill out this form?
Good. And Kathy.
Can I take pictures in the museum?
Very good, you guys. You sound great. So polite. Qué educada. Qué bonita. What is the word for is polite?
Educada.
Educada?
Uh-huh.
Kathy, what is polite in French?
La politesse.
Oh, politesse. Polite, politesse. Good. Excellent. All right, let's keep rolling. All right. Now choose the correct answers to the requests. Oh, then we can practice these conversations. So, Amelia says, would you mind driving me to work? And Ian says, no, not at all. Or, yes, I could. This is interesting. So the question, would you mind, is a lot like, is it okay? Está bien?
Mhm.
Okay. No.
Yes, I could.
Mm, okay. Forget what I just said. I lied. Your teacher's a liar. Would you mind is like saying, would it bother you? ¿Te molestaría?
Yes. ¿Te molestaría o te
Okay.
importaría?
Good. So we answer, see, if it's okay, then we say, no, not at all. I would not mind. It would not bother me. Okay.
Okay, but it's funny because in this case, no, not at all, does mean like a yes, right?
Correct. So it's like, would it bother you if you drove me to work? No, not at all. Of course I'll drive you to work. But first you have to answer the question, would you mind? And this can be confusing for Americans too, because sometimes I will answer, no, not at all, that's okay. And then it's confusing. Like, wait, so yes, you can, or no, you can't. But the question is not about ability. The question is if it bothers you.
Je vais te taper, tu as ouvert le tournevis, tu as fait ma
In this case, it's
Bobby,
no.
are you cold?
Yes. Oh. Oh.
Oh. Everybody got their coats on. Okay, let's look at the second one. Azumi says, can I see your ID, please?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, that's another way of saying yes. And if we look at the verb of the question, can is like, do you have the ability? And that is a yes or no question. So no, not at all is not applicable here.
Mhm.
Let's see. Rita, what do you think? Can you read that one out loud? Zobi, will you read number 3?
Yes. Will you pick up Dan from school at 4? Of course.
Good job.
Oh, I still. Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Kathy, will you read number 4? What do you think?
Jennifer, no problem. Could we change the time of the meeting? No problem.
Aha, good job. Yeah, that's to say, yeah, there's no problem with that. Yes, we can. Whew, this is confusing. Positive, negative. Wow. Okay, back to you, Scarlett, number 5.
Could you help me fill out this form? I'd be happy to.
Mm-hmm. Good. And just so you know, I'd, in this case, is I and would. We take out all the letters of the word would and we keep the D. So I'd be happy to is the short form. I would be happy to is the long form. I would
Okay.
be happy to. I would love that. Very good. All right. Zobeda, number 6.
Can I take pictures in the museum? No, you can't.
Good. Oops. I like this question because the answer matches the verb of the question. So when we're asking about can or ability, the answer should have the same tense. So I'm sure we'll see in the future if the question is, could I take pictures in the museum? Like tomorrow when we go to the museum, could I take pictures? You could say, no, you couldn't, or no, you can't. But the answer can match the question.
I have a question, Miss Claire. Sometimes when we ask some kind of question, people say absolutely. That means yes, right? Yes. Sometimes I got confused. You say absolutely yes or absolutely no. So
good point. Good point.
you know, so sometimes I get confused with that answers. You know.
Very good question. Yes, absolutely is an emphatic yes.
Yes. Okay.
Now, if it is negative, they will say absolutely not.
Okay. Absolutely not. Okay.
So when Savannah asks me 10 million questions a day, can we go to Georgia for, absolutely not. Can I have another piece of cake? Absolutely not.
Okay. So this.
Right, in this case, it's not with T at the end, right? Okay, not.
Kathy, do you say that to your kids? Absolutely not.
Yeah, now I can use that.
Yeah. Right? Hey, can I have a TV in my room? Absolutely not.
Yeah. Can I have a chocolate? Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. All right, good job. Good question. Okay. Complete the polite requests and requests for permission. Use the words given and other words. Okay. So here's the need. The person needs a ride home from work. We are going to use could. And so in this case, I need a ride home from work. I would say, could you give me a ride home from work? Could you give me a ride home from work? This, the sequence of the questioning is similar to other questions. We use the verb first, then the subject. So remember, we reverse those. And then we can use another verb if we want. Good. All right. Number 2, find out what's wrong with the photocopier. So the copy machine isn't working. That's the problem. How can we make a request? Scarlett, you want to try that with can?
Can you find out what's wrong?
And we can.
Okay, let me see. Is it like I have to, like a polite request? Okay. Can you help me with the photocopier?
Yeah, that would, I like that. Can you help me with the photocopier? That's good. Here we have what's wrong. Lo que no funciona. And here in the problem, we have the verb phrase find out.
Okay,
So es como descubrir.
okay. Or can you find out?
Yeah. What's wrong with the photocopier?
Can
Good.
you find out? Can you find out?
Zoveda, will you try number 3 with would and mind?
Would you mind help me lift this box?
Uh-huh. Good. And remember, the verb help will have an ing.
Helping me.
And this is a good a rule that is true all of the time. If you say the phrase, would you mind, the verb that comes after will have an ing. Would you mind helping me lift this box? Would you mind making dinner tonight? Okay.
Mhm.
Good job. All right, Kathy, now let's try this question with May. And here's the problem, or here's what we need. I want to use your pen.
Okay. May I use your pen?
Very good, very polite. So noisy. Okay. Savannah? Yeah? Would you mind being quiet, please? I'm glad she said yes. Oh, but she said yes instead of no.
Uh-huh.
Savannah, just say no, not at all. You wouldn't mind being quiet. That's no problem, right? Ha ha ha. Okay. All right, back to you, Scarlett. Number 5, I want to take a day off next week.
Can I take a day off next week?
And Zoe, number 6, we want to move the meeting to a different room.
Could we move the meeting to a different room?
Good. Good job. You noticed the subject was we. Very good. Any questions about this page or the vocabulary?
Yeah.
What's up, Kathy?
I don't understand very well the word mind, how to use in the sentence and when I have to use that.
Very good question. So I think that was on this page. So may is used for permission. It is very formal. So when you're asking for permission and you are in a formal situation, you can say, may I be excused? May I take a lunch break? May I go to the bathroom? May I play outside? It's a way of asking for permission in a very formal way. Okay. In most cases, we use could or can.
And what about mind? Mind.
Oh, let's look at, so you're saying, so may is a lot like can or ability. May I is like can I. Are you talking about this word, my?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Mind.
Good.
No, not this. It's M-I-N-D.
Yeah, mine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So let's do a little Google Translate because I think we know in Spanish what would you mind would mean, but let's take a look at French. Oops, please don't do that. Okay, so here's an example of may. Okay, does that make sense? And then, would you mind passing the salt?
Mm. Okay, I see. Yeah, now I understand.
Does
Ça
that
vous,
help?
ça vous dérangerait de passer les selles?
So
Sure.
beautiful. So for in English, when we mind about something, it's almost like it, in this sense,
Cela vous dérangerait. Cela
Mhm.
vous dérangerait.
I was trying to know how to pronounce it.
Ça vous dérangerait.
Oh, it's so difficult.
I know, it's so beautiful.
Sound beautiful, no? Sounds very beautiful.
Cela vous dérange.
English, Spanish, French, we learn it all.
Yeah.
So yeah, would you mind is like asking, would it bother you? Or would it be a problem? So it's actually asking basically if it's okay, you know, would you be bothered by that? Okay, let me see. Would it bother you? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So then if it's, the answer is no, it would not bother me, then that means yes. No means yes, okay? When we answer, would you mind? But some Americans and children, they don't think of the actual
Yeah.
correctness of it, right?
Now I understand very well. Cela vous dérangerait-il de me conduire au travail? Non, absolument.
Ah,
Absolument pas. Yeah. That is the answer. No, not at all. Yeah.
okay,
No,
good.
absolument pas. Yeah.
I'm glad it translates into French. Good. Zoe, did you have a
Yeah,
question?
thank you.
Oh, may I tell a joke about polite words?
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yes, please.
But please correct me my pronunciation, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
So this was a Japanese student. He was a student at an American university, and he wanted to learn all the polite words for use it in everyday conversation. And one day, and so he bought a book and he learned by heart all the words. And one day, his teacher invited him to his house, and he went, and the wife teacher gave him a cup of tea. And he said, thank you very much, Mr. Madam, as the case may be.
Mr. What?
He said, thank you very much, Mr. or Madam, as the case may be.
Thank you very much.
Mr. or Madam.
Mr.
As the
Omada. Is that the name of the teacher?
Tu le vois pas ce qu'il appelle les hits.
He said to the wife, thank you very much, Mr. or Madam, as the case may be.
So it's not a, it's a girl, it's not a man, right?
It was a girl, yes. But he said, because he learned by heart, so he didn't understand what his son was saying. He said, thank you very much, Mr. or Madam, as the case may be.
That's so funny.
I don't understand.
No? What part did you understand?
The last one, Mr. Omada, or whatever.
Ella le dijo, muchas gracias, señor o señora, según sea el caso.
Ah, okay.
Porque él se lo aprendió del libro así, o sea.
Ah, okay.
So in the book say, you have to say, thank you very much, Mr. or thank you very much, Madam. So depende if it's a woman or it's a man. So he said all things. He said, thank you very much, Mr. or Madam, as the case may be.
So that's what's in the parentheses, like depends on if it's a girl or a boy, but he read the whole thing.
Yes.
I don't see Isabel today. Where is she?
Who?
Isabel.
Isabel?
Yeah.
Do you have a student named Isabel?
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
It's
Susie?
not Isabel, Susie. Yeah.
She's driving.
It's me.
There she is.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Hello.
Hi.
She's
thanks for asking for me.
Yeah.
Hey, Susie's here.
Marbella is not here today.
That's correct.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm sure she has a good reason.
Okay.
All righty. Oh, I'm glad the gang's all here. Marbella will be sad that she missed us. She loves you
Okay.
guys. She loves the class.
Hey.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's continue. Okay, we were on 7, I think, or 8. Oh, I do have an appointment. Okay, we're almost finished. Okay. Let's ask some questions and use our polite answers. So I'll just make a list of those here. We can say no, not at all for would you mind. We can say sure, absolutely, absolutely not. What are some more? Of course,
No problem.
no problem. I think that was about
I'd
it.
be happy to.
That was a good one, yes. I'd be happy to. Sorry, right? No, sorry. Sorry, I can't. Yes, you can, or yes, I can.
Abre la puerta para que Katy salga.
Okay, so here are choices for the answers. So we're gonna look at the need. For example, you want to ask the teacher a question. That's what you need. And so you put it into the form of a polite request. Can I ask you a question? Sure. Okay. Let's see. You want your coworker to turn off the air conditioner. Scarlett, would you like to form a question?
Maybe would you mind to turning off the air conditioner?
No, not at all.
Okay.
And sometimes, so let's be honest, we can say, yes, I do mind, right? If there is a problem and you cannot help someone or you are bothered by something, it would be honest to say, yes, actually, I do mind, if it were serious. But if it's not serious, you can say, sorry. Sorry, no. Okay, Zobi, number 3, you want your friend to return a library book for you.
Would you mind to return this book for me to the library?
Good. And Kathy, what would you say if she asked you that question? Would you mind turning this book into the library for me?
Not at all.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, now this one's for you, Kathy. You have a doctor's appointment tomorrow and you need to leave work early.
Yeah, doctor. Could you have a doctor appointment tomorrow? And is that correct?
Well, that's the need. You need to ask your boss to leave early from work. So
Okay, can I, yeah,
politely.
okay. Can I have an appointment? Can I leave work early?
Perfect. And Scarlett, you're her boss. What do you say?
Absolutely not.
Why?
That is mean.
Why?
It's a mean boss.
Because I'm sick.
And then, Kathy, then you say, I quit. Oh, yeah. Well, I quit. Usually your boss will say, sure. Maybe Zobeda's a nicer boss. What would you say, Zobe?
No problem at all.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, that's good stuff. All right, I'm sorry, it sounds Kathy. Kathy just did that one. Susie, are you available to try one?
Yes.
Oh, there she is. Okay, so you want to see your friend's new smartphone. How might you ask for permission to see their smartphone?
May I use your cell phone, please?
Kathy, how do you respond?
My answer, sure, no problem. Oh, no problem.
Thank you, Kathy. I know you're so nice.
I know, I'm taking notes on you, Scarlett. Interesting. Okay, Scarlett, back to you. You want someone in your family to help you cook dinner.
Okay. Would you mind helping me to cook?
Perfect. And Zobe?
Sorry, I can't.
Revenge!
It is revenge. Atta girl, Zobe. That'll
Yes,
go.
of course. Huh? No problem.
Mhm. Okay.
Oh, she can say not absolutely.
Yeah.
That what?
Yeah.
If you ask me to help you cook, absolutely.
No,
You don't want me.
absolutely not.
You don't want me to help you cook. Actually, I made soup today. I made soup.
Oh,
I followed the recipe and everything. And it
Okay.
smelled really good in the house. It smelled like onions.
Mm.
Okay, last one. Zobeda, I think it's your turn. You want to talk to your boss for a few minutes.
May I talk to you for a minute,
Mhm. Good.
please?
Susie, you're her boss. What do you say?
Sure.
Nice. Very good
Sure,
job,
you can.
ladies. Okay, we are a little bit over time. We've had a lot of fun conversation today. Yes. All right, so let's choose which request is correct. Okay, there are two, but only one of them is correct. So why don't we start with you, Kathy? Read the sentences and then you choose A or B, which one is correct.
I have to read all of two sentences.
Yes.
Can you mind opening the window? Would you mind opening the window? I choose B.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. That's our expression. Would you mind? All right, Susie, number 2. If you're available.
Yes. Yes, will you take these tools to Jack? May you take these tools to Jack? That be B.
Let's see.
No.
They kind of.
sounds like an A.
Yeah, I think it's A. Maybe.
Yeah, will you take these? May you take? You know, actually I'm glad you chose that, Susie, because it reminded me that expressions with may will usually
May I?
Say I. Yeah, it will be may
Mhm.
I.
Yes.
Okay.
Good, 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 good. Okay, Scarlett, number 3.
Could you showing me how to use my new computer? Could you show me how to use my new computer? Letter B.
Okay, good. Zoe, number 4.
Can you picking up Ella from school tomorrow? Can you pick up Ella from school tomorrow? Letter B.
And number 5, Kathy.
May I use your pen? Yeah, A.
Yeah, you can tell the first one is right. Would I using your pen? Not even close. Good job. A.
Just a little question. In that case, for example, pick up, can I say, can you pick me up? Or I have to say, can you pick up me?
Oh, actually it has to be the first way. Can you pick me up? So the object pronoun will go in between the verb phrase.
Okay, but in this case, can you pick up Ella from school? Have to be like this, or can you
That's
pick
okay.
Ella up from school?
Both are correct. So
Both
if
are
it
correct.
is a third person, if it is a he or a she or a thing, it can come in between or after.
Okay, only when I'm talking about me has to be like
Pick me up.
Yeah, pick
the
me
middle.
up. Pick up me is not correct. Pick you up, pick her up, pick him up, pick us up. Oh, us. You have to say pick us up. Pick up us is not correct. So it must have something to do with the self, with I and then we, where you're included. And then pick them up or pick up them. Yeah. I say play it safe and put it in between, in the middle. That's always going to be correct in a question or a sentence. Gosh. Any other questions, my
Can I
friend?
say something?
Mhm.
Well, this is not a job, but this is for the real life where I work. Where I work teaching Spanish. It was a student, he wanted a course, a Spanish course, but he said, I don't want any grammar, I don't have any books, I don't have to do any exercise. What do you want to learn? Only I want to learn dirty words. Teach me all the dirty words.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, this is true.
He
I said,
paid for the class. He paid money for the class to learn the dirty words.
yes. Say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know the dirty words, so you have to find another teacher. So, but yeah, what only he wanted to do teach me the dirty words. Yeah, that's true.
Wow, that's fun. I wonder why. I don't want to know why. No, never mind. I don't want to know why.
Maybe he want a word or where he with friends, he doesn't understand what they telling him, and he want to know the dirty words to understand the dirty words and
Yeah,
reply.
but how old is he?
No, it's a man.
Well, how old?
Is it between 20, 30? It's young.
Yeah, I guess it is helpful to know what they sound like.
Mhm.
But yeah, we don't need those.
But it's embarrassing. So I'm not going to teach that. So I'm sorry. No.
Good for you. Nice job. Kathy, any questions?
No.
Okay. Well, let's look at your assignments. We are in module 6 now, or no, yes, 6, in the workplace. So we have, I'll go to what yours looks like. So we are in low intermediate. And in your student lessons, you will go to module 6 in the workplace. I would like for you to do lessons 1, 2, and 3. So you'll get a little bit of speaking and listening and also reading from this lesson. And then you can practice more our grammar. So lessons 1, 2, and 3 in module 6. I will send you the new packet of papers
Okay.
so that you can use those to practice on your own. I'm not requiring that you fill those out, but or I'm not taking a grade, but if they help you, please use them. And I can look over them if you'd like, if you would like me to correct them. And I will have your tests for you. I will pick them up tomorrow morning before 9, so I should have them by noon tomorrow graded for you.
Okay.
Okay. So sorry about that delay. So I hope you have a great day. You guys did an awesome job. You're so polite. And have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
we
You
will
too.
see you on Tuesday.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.